Your live, interactive Good Day Maine's Friday Favorites starts right now.
Cheers to Friday.
Cheers. Wait.
Yes,
I'm over here.
Christian. I do want to start our Friday favorites today just by
Here we go.
bragging a little bit because
a nice sip of.
you remember this is my bet. This is my.
Oh yes.
So last week here on
Yep.
Friday favorites, we had a bet
go,
going about whether Portland was going to break the record for the coldest wind chill ever, right?
All-time coldest wind chill, and we did it. Crazy. And
Yes.
Katie got it right. She predicted that we would, and there we go. Jeff better some coffee.
What was it? It was minus 41, right? So I said
43.
under. Minus what?
Oh, that was the record.
Yeah.
The record was minus 41, and we got to minus 45. So we broke it by 4 degrees. Isn't that crazy?
It's amazing. And then to see that what we're going to be maybe 50 degrees today. We're just
97
these
degrees warmer is what it feels like today. Like
That's
just
amazing. We
I
don't even
can't
get 97
believe it.
degrees here in the summer sometimes.
I know.
Right?
No, we didn't. We didn't hit it all last summer, and we've had that range in just
Yeah.
a week. Crazy.
It's outrageous.
Wait a minute, let's go back to the cup. You
yeah.
know what? Here's the positive news,
Okay.
right? Since I had to go buy you one by losing the bet, I got a chance to treat myself to one too.
What'd you get?
Yeah, I got a Venti decaf soy latte. Kind of
Jeff
fancy.
gets
Ooh.
decaf because doesn't need the caffeine. I got a brown sugar shaken espresso. What do you have, Christian?
Iced mocha latte with oat milk, my classic, my favorite. Although I have been branching out a little bit. I got a mocha cold foam coffee the other day, iced coffee. It was so good from Dunkin'.
That sounds delicious. A mocha cold foam. All right, we do want to. Yeah.
we gotta
address something for our viewers. First off, thank you for watching, everyone. Tell us where you're watching from. Join in the conversation. If you hear banging, there's a reason for that.
Yeah. Why don't you fill us in there, Christian?
Yeah, so we've been getting a brand new roof. It's been a whole process here. They're replacing it bit by bit, and they're in the very last section, which just happens to be right over our studio. So you can hear a lot of banging and a lot of sawing noises. So apologies if that is interrupting our Friday favorites throughout the day today. And apologies as well if I get a little bit off track if I'm talking, because very distracting to try to have a conversation.
And that's why we've actually been broadcasting from the newsroom all week.
Yep.
We're hoping maybe next week we get back in the studio. We're not sure yet.
Wait, here's one of the funniest parts. We have our teleprompter operator out in the studio still, and he said pieces of roof, like pieces of the top of the roof, right? Land like just float down and land right on his head.
Floating, more like pelting down.
Yeah. Well, we want to give a couple quick shout outs. Travis, thank you so much for being here with us. Andre is watching from Waterville.
These are my guys. They're always commenting and always joining in. So thank you guys so much.
Jeff unfortunately had a pipe burst at work in Naples, and that's been like the story across the board for so many people because of the cold snap. And Nikki from Sebago, so nice out. It's going to be a great afternoon. Enjoy it. So we've got a lot to look forward to. I mean, Christian, we're so looking forward to getting outside today.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so nice. And what a turnaround from last Friday where we could barely even be outside for more than 10 minutes without the risk of frostbite to this Friday with 50s on the way. It's really going to be so nice. I'm sure many of us are going to want to get out and enjoy that. So yeah, let's take a look at our current temperatures. They've been slow to rise in some areas because we're still dealing with some fog and low clouds. But Nikki, she's calling it. She says it's beautiful and so nice in Sebago. That nice weather, the sunshine, going to be spreading to the rest of us as we head through the rest of the day today. So it's going to be so nice out there. We're going to be close to record highs after setting the all-time coldest record wind chill just last week. I mean, it's just night and day from last Friday to this Friday. 52 for the forecast high in Portland. That'll tie the record. Augusta, Wiscasset, Freiburg, all those places likely to break their record today. So yeah, it's going to be a really, really nice day to get outside. Once that sun comes out, it's going to be on the breezy side, but I think we can all handle a little bit of a breeze. And the weekend forecast overall just looks so nice. Lots of sunshine all through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be a little cooler over the weekend, but hey, mid 40s even in February, that's pretty nice, I'd say. Even upper 30s, not all that bad.
Yeah.
And I mean, imagine being out in Arizona. I love this graphic, by the way, so everyone enjoy this nice little animation here.
So cool.
Yes. The forecast in Arizona, let's say you've got family there or you're planning on attending. Doesn't that sound nice? 74
Oh.
Super Bowl Sunday and just a few clouds. I mean, perfect weather, it sounds like.
Yeah. And here's the deal, too. That's perfect weather to walk around when you're walking around the Phoenix area in Glendale. But of course, the game's in a dome stadium, so it's going to be 68 degrees.
We love climate control, too.
We do like that. We appreciate that as well. The game could be in Buffalo, New York, or Arizona, and you'd be comfortable either way.
Amazing. All right, we're going to bring Christian back in a little bit, but just stay safe in there in the studio.
I'm trying. I'm protecting my head.
You just get a hard hat or something, right?
I know we have one around here. All right, we'll bring you back in a few minutes,
Right.
okay?
Cheers, you guys. I will talk to you in a bit.
Cheers. Okay. All right. Oops.
What are you doing?
I clicked the wrong thing. Here we go. Remove. Okay. So we want to know, well, we've got to talk Super Bowl. We just saw that awesome graphic from Christian. And I'm curious if anyone watching has some Super Bowl predictions. I know, Jeff, you have some Super Bowl predictions, and you talked with some, big sports people about what they're thinking. Seems like everyone just wants or expects the Eagles to win this thing.
Yeah, they're the favorites. I mean, right when it went out there, when the two teams won their conference championship games, it was a pick 'em, which is even, and then it shot up to 1.5 because so many people were laying money on the Eagles. I actually got off the radio with the Big Jab.
Mm-hmm.
I do football picks with him every Friday at 9:20, and I got to race back in to do our Friday favorites here on the digital studio. But I say they both guys in there picking the Eagles to win, and a lot of them are saying it's not even going to be close. I say the Eagles win at 30-24, and I think the one thing that's going to affect the Chiefs is their MVP quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Again, he's not 100%. He had a high ankle sprain. That's tough to come back for. Now he had a good game in the AFC Championship game, led him to win, but the Eagles defense is a lot better than what they faced in the AFC Championship game.
I do think you have a good point about the injury for Mahomes. If he was 100%, I don't know. I'm still thinking that KC might win this. And we have some people weighing in. Travis says go KC. And Ralph says Chiefs by 10. We got a lot of KC fans. Nikki saying KC 37 to 31.
Yeah.
But Jeff's rooting for the Eagles, or thinks that the Eagles will win 41-27. David says Kansas City, they have better barbecue.
That's true, right?
I just want my squares. Oh, that's you know what? I forgot about the squares. I haven't really been invested in the Super Bowl because the Patriots aren't in it. I got to admit that. But okay, let's talk about Super Bowl food. Can we talk about Super Bowl food for a second?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about that in the game.
I know. And drinks and beverages, all of the above, I guess. Tell us some of your favorite Super Bowl treats. We actually had some guests in the studio this week from Kohl's. They're known for their pizza and their wings, and you have an interesting stat about wings.
Can you believe this? In the U.S., on Super Bowl Sunday alone, they're going to Americans during the Super Bowl. So that's what, 4 hours, something like that?
Sure.
Game's about 4 hours. The pregame show's 5.5 hours. The estimated 1.4 to 1.5 million wings will be devoured on Super Bowl Sunday. So, I mean, that's crazy. That is the number one Super Bowl Sunday food right there. My favorite personally, chips and guacamole.
Oh, chips and guac.
I could sit there and just look at you. Would you show the guacamole?
I know.
I could
I'm
just
looking at the wings.
I could eat a whole bag of chips with a whole container of guacamole.
There's
just
avocados.
Like it's like a conveyor belt to my mouth.
So let us know what your favorite snack is for
what's
tacos
yours?
and nachos. I'm wings. I'm team wings. But I mean, all of the snacks. It's just all about the food, I feel like. So actually, this morning we said something interesting. Besides Thanksgiving, it's the day Americans consume the most food, which makes sense.
And alcohol, too. This is kind of funny. Ralph, put on Ralph. Moonshine on ice.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Okay. We also have an adorable Super Bowl story to share with you. Jeff, you got the assignment of the week.
Yeah.
Covering the Puppy Bowl.
Yeah, so that's one of the owners of one of the dogs. Her name is Lori, and she owns Higgins, that dog. And the other dog is coming up after this is Betty, and this is Julia. There's Betty right there. Julia is the owner. These two dogs got the pick. They're one of 122 dogs from over 50 animal shelters throughout the country to take part in the 19th annual Puppy Bowl. And so there'll be like, I don't know, like 12 or so dogs on the field, at a time. And look at that, like can't keep their paws off each other.
They're so cute.
And they do keep score. They do call penalties. It was really funny. I was watching some of the video. They called one of the puppies a penalty for sitting in the water dish.
Yeah, they don't really stick to the game,
no.
do they? There was a lot of sniffing in the story we aired this morning.
But it was funny. If you want to watch it, and look, it's been around. Look, this is the 19th year, so it's pretty popular.
Yes.
You can watch it live from 2 to 5, and they actually have a pregame show, Katie, for the Puppy Bowl.
Really?
That starts at 1. The game starts at 2, and it's Team Rough versus Team Fluff. The two dogs from Maine are both on Team Rough.
Team Rough. So we're Team Rough because
Exactly.
Maine is represented. They're just so cute. And, another part of this is really to promote adopting, pets, that showing that there are so many out there that need loving homes, and highlighting, these incredible shelters too, and all the work they do.
Yeah, you saw one of some of the folks working at the Animal Refuge League of Greater Portland. And they've been a part of now 6 puppy bowls. And so, by the way, if you want to watch it, it's going to be on Animal Planet, TNT, and Discovery Channel. And then if you can't watch it on Sunday for whatever reason, maybe you want to watch the NFL pregame show and then the game or whatever.
Right.
But you can stream it too on HBO Max and also Discovery Plus,
It's
which
so
is kind of
cute.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think just like a fun family thing. And maybe if you don't like football and you're like, I don't care about the Super Bowl, well, maybe give the Puppy Bowl a try.
So you're going to tell me I can sit there and watch puppies play around on a football field for 3 hours?
Yes.
Count me in. All right.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, sticking with the animal theme here, another story that has gotten a lot of traction this week is, I think this is this was a really cool story. This sea eagle returning to Maine, it had been spotted, I think last year or another time.
Yeah.
And, experts were saying this is like a once in a lifetime sight, and the eagle came back. And I mean, people are just flocking to the Midcoast to get a glimpse of this guy. It's so cool.
So it's a twice in a lifetime opportunity.
I know.
Right. So this bird landed in this tree,
Right.
Near, I think, Georgetown, around in that area in the Midcoast, like Bath area, way up in there. And so anyway, this bird landed on this tree last year, and then he came back to the same tree to hang out. And of course, bird watching is the number one hobby or activity or something like that in the world. So you can imagine all the people out there wanting to go see this bird that, by the way, according to the Audubon Society, I think there's only like 4,000 to 5,000 of these left in the world. And they're actually estimating they could be extinct by like the year 2040 or 2050. So, man, let's hope this bird stays around a lot longer than that. And what a great opportunity.
I know. We talked with state experts who said they were trying to track the eagle, and they had lost a little bit of hope. They weren't kind of sure, where it was. And then they were just so ecstatic to see that it was, back in Maine. I guess it just likes that area, likes its tree. Isn't that so cool how they know? Like, it came right back to almost the exact same spot.
Or maybe it was looking for a date. Maybe it's got a partner around the area that we just haven't seen yet, right?
I don't know. That's
maybe.
a good point too. But this is really cool, and just like so many people talking, you can definitely find some more pictures on our website if you want to check it out.
We always laugh because we have the story about the puppy bowl.
Yep.
And this eagle, right, that goes on our website. People care more about the animal stories than do the human stories.
I know.
We get
look
more,
at that.
Yeah, we get more clicks on this than any other stories we do.
Cool.
This and like stories like Puppy Bowl.
Okay, this is really cool too. I had never heard of this sport until yesterday when Johnny Maffey went to Lost Valley to cover the Ice Cross Championships. It's essentially skiing on skates.
Yes.
Which is like, that must be the ultimate sport. Like, it looks so difficult.
It's like, to me, I watch this and it's like a mixture of roller derby because you can actually kind of get in right next to each other. You're not going against the clock. You're going against the guys in your heat or girls. And you're get the elbow in.
Right. So it's all about time, obviously.
Yeah. So it's kind of like roller derby.
Kind of like that.
Roller derby, ice skating, hockey, and skiing wrapped into one thing, and they're having the World Championships at Lost Valley this weekend.
Isn't that so cool? And it's I believe the first time this has been in Maine, or definitely at least at Lost Valley. I mean, this video I could just watch for so long. I think it's incredible.
Yeah, you know how fast they get up to 50 miles an hour on
look at the jumps,
and look how close they get.
Oh my gosh.
This is kind of like, I remember watching Seth Westcott and the snowboarding, right? And almost the same thing with snowboarding. These guys go faster than that. Wow.
And so we saw Johnny sledding this morning at Winterfest in Biddeford, but I wish we had seen him try this because he's really good on skates.
Yeah. Here's the funny part. I was just asking too, is I go, I can skate, but I don't know how to stop.
Right.
And so I was watching.
Yeah.
These guys,
how do they stop?
They don't. I just watched a picture of them. They don't have a large area to stop in, so they really got to dig those blades in. But again, you can watch this at Lost Valley. This is a sport I knew nothing about either.
Yeah.
And I'm a former sportscaster, and I thought I knew a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But I was just Googling fun things to do in the winter, and up popped cross-country skiing at Lost Valley. And then right next to it was this ice cross championship. I'm like, what is that?
It's
and then
really cool.
And then I sent it to Johnny. I go, Johnny, we should check out on this, man. This kind of sounds like it's a fun sport to cover.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
Yeah.
I also wanted to talk just a little bit about a story that I have coming up on Monday on Good Day Maine. So this is really interesting. Here we go. I'll give you. Here, we'll just pause this. Sorry about that. So it's about this trend. It's not necessarily a new trend, but a lot more people are talking about it. Choosing to live child-free, couples deciding we are opting out of parenting. You know, for many, many years, it sort of was you get married, you have kids. That was sort of the trajectory of life, right? Well, some couples are saying that's not really for us, and they're feeling more comfortable talking about it and discussing it. And obviously, Maine has a pretty low birth rate compared to the rest of the country. So we're taking a look at why couples are feeling more comfortable making this decision, talking about it, a little bit about the history, and what does that mean for jobs in the state? I mean, hashtag child free is trending on social media now. It's really interesting to see how this has evolved and grown.
Well, it's funny having 5 children.
Right.
Sometimes even after you have kids, you're like going, you know what, that child free thing sounds pretty good right about now.
Right.
But yeah,
exactly.
you're seeing this a lot now. Is I think people are enjoying their time by themselves.
Mhm.
I think they're enjoying, time with their partners. And sometimes like going, you know what? I don't think I want to spend my time raising kids.
Right. It's just not for me, maybe,
Yeah,
right? Or
like,
there are other concerns.
Quality time with you,
Sure.
quality time with, just alone time, maybe whatever.
Yep.
But I think they're realizing how you're only on this planet for so long, and they're picking that, or maybe a lot of them have pets. And so their dogs or cats are their kids too. And I think that's a big reason too.
So I spoke with a professor at UMaine who has been studying this for 15 years. She chose to live child-free, and she published a book about it, Dr. Amy Blackstone. So I just wanted to share, here's what a snippet of what she told me.
The book really has a couple of goals. One, I weave in a narrative about my own story in the book because, as I said, the work really started as a quest to understand what was going on with me. So I do share my own story in the book. So it's a little bit memoir, but it also is primarily research-based. And in the book, I talk both about the history of the child-free choice and reveal the somewhat surprising, sometimes surprising to people, finding that making the choice to opt out of parenthood is not new. It's a thing that people have been doing for as long as people have been making the choice to have kids. Nuns and priests have been around for a very long time. They've been opting out of parenthood forever. We've had women that we've called spinsters for many, many decades, and those folks have opted out of parenthood. We've had men that we called bachelors who never had kids. So we've had different names for them, but we've always had people who never became parents because they didn't want to become parents.
So what I think also is important is people who make this decision to not either be made feel guilty by it or that it's a bad decision or anything like that. It's just you have to make the decision for you. And so she talks a lot more just about all of this research. She did all kinds of interviews and analyzed, what she found in those interviews. And we also hear from a young couple who went public on YouTube saying, hey, we're going child-free. And they did an update video talking about the massive response that they got. They said they were shocked to hear from so many other couples saying, thank you for kind of going public with this and getting a conversation going about it, and being brave enough to say, hey, yeah, we're making this deciission for us.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Look, again, I'm a father of 5 kids, and that was my choice. Hey, it's your life. You
Right.
should choose what you want to do. But isn't that crazy that when you meet somebody, right, and then people are going, oh, when are you going to get engaged? And then once you get engaged, they're going, when are you going to get married? Then when you get married, they're going, when are you having your kid?
When are you having kids? Not are you having?
Yes.
And that's what really and that's what this, this whole conversation is also about. It's like, it doesn't have to be when are you having kids? Maybe it's if you're having kids.
Yeah, but that puts a lot of pressure on,
yes.
On couples. That's like, well, I don't know. We've never really thought about it. I don't know.
Right.
I'm kind of enjoying this fun life we have going. And, there's a lot of parents like me that we come into work on Monday and we'll hear other single people or married but no kids, and we go, oh, we went out to dinner, we went out to drinks.
Me all the time.
We went here, we went on this trip,
here,
and
there,
I'm like,
and everywhere.
Oh, I had 2 baseball.
We don't need
games,
a babysitter.
I had a
Yes.
ballet. I had to pay $90, and then and then you watch the news, and we're doing the story about an update on how much it costs per child to raise like $1 million. I'm like, oh my God. And so it's almost, it is. And the other thing, it's scary.
Yeah, it is.
I remember when I had my first kid, I bring him home. He's 23 now. And I'm looking at the crib and I'm like, holy moly, he's not
What do I do?
He's staying here. He's not going anywhere. And it's scary too.
Scary.
And I totally understand that. And here's the bottom line. It's your life. It should be up to you. You should never be forced or coerced or whatever into having kids. Just do it. You're on this planet once to have fun. That's the bottom line.
Totally agree. All right, we're gonna bring Christian back in. Hi, buddy. Okay, let's move this. So yeah, I mean, I'm Christian, you're an adventure guy. I feel like you're always doing something outside. Are you planning on getting outside today? Any fun plans?
I was thinking about taking my bike out and going for a bike ride. I really haven't been I really haven't been able to bike that much lately. It's just been so cold. Like it's just not enjoyable when it's below like 40 degrees or so. So today will be a really good day for that. And I mean, it's going to be so sunny all weekend long.
Nice.
Definitely going to be getting outside. And are you guys planning anything fun for the Super Bowl on Sunday? Of course, we all have to be back here very early on Monday, but
I think just food. That's it for me.
Here's my weekend is filled with preparing food too. I mean, today I totally forgot it's the company chili cook-off. I was supposed to make it. I totally forgot, so I have to go now and make it and bring it back in by 3 o'clock. So there goes the slow cooker. Okay. And then I have to make some chips and or I have to make the chips, but make the guacamole for a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I want you to make the chips, Jeff. I want to see them made.
Yeah, make the chips. Everything homemade. Wait, what's your secret? What's your recipe for guac?
Well, here's the deal with guacamole, and I learned this when I was on a cruise. And we were in Honduras or Belize, and they put tequila in their guacamole, and not a lot. We're not saying you're going to get
this isn't boozy guac. Okay.
No, but you put a little bit in there, and you put it, and it was so good.
That sounds great.
Really, there was a bite to it. And I was like, wow, that's really
and like
good.
lime. Do you put lime in it?
Lime in there. I put some tomatoes. I put tomatoes I cut in fourths, the little cherry tomatoes.
Yeah.
Cut them in fourths,
Small
and
tomatoes.
and really mince up the onion because I hate big chunks of onions.
Okay.
So I kind of try to hide them in there. But the big secret to my success is what I learned in Belize over the summer. So I've made it like 3 or 4 times since last spring, and it's just a little bit of tequila.
Well, you put enough tequila in there, everyone's gonna love it.
Tequila,
right? And a little. Tequila has so much flavor.
Right.
I'm sure it just adds to that guacamole.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, Jeff.
I know. We should have a guacamole off, not a chili off.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a good idea. All right. Well, let's end on the tequila guac note.
All right. That's a good way to end on a Friday.
Yes. We're just so happy it's Friday. It's been a great week with you all. And we hope you have a great weekend. It looks like amazing weather. So get outside and enjoy it.
Yeah. Here's the funny thing. Christian watched this. So anyway, I went and bought Katie the coffee because she won the bet. All right, this shows you. I don't know if I'm just a pig or you just like nibble at food and just sip it, drink it. My venti is already gone, and look at
so
look at hers.
I know.
And she still has 3/4. You have like half left.
Yeah.
I'm on Jeff's side. I've downed mine.
I've
seen Jeff down a large latte faster than anyone I know, though. He put him down.
Thirsty guy.
Chugging.
Is there tequila in that?
I would maybe in about a half hour.
It is Friday. You never know.
All right, everybody. Have a great weekend. Thanks so much for tuning in.